Today, we're jumping into some seriously powerful wisdom from the ancient Stoics, a framework that's all about how to handle the curveballs life throws at you. I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? That moment when everything just goes wrong. A project blows up, a relationship falls apart, you miss a huge opportunity, and you just can't shake that feeling that the universe is, well, kind of picking on you. And look, that's a totally human response. It's natural to feel like circumstances are just too harsh, or that you've been dealt a really unfair hand. But what if there was another way to look at it? The Stoics offered a different path, one that helps you find strength when everything feels like chaos. So what is this big alternative? Well, it's a total flip of the script. We often feel like we're in a constant battle against fate, but the Stoics said, nope, that's not the way. True wisdom is about learning to align yourself with it. Now hold on, this doesn't mean just rolling over and giving up. It is not about passive resignation. It's actually the exact opposite. It's about recognizing that we're all just a small piece of this huge interconnected universe, and that real strength comes from moving with the current, not trying to swim against it. And this idea leads us straight to the absolute heart of Stoic philosophy, getting crystal clear on what you can control and, just as importantly, what you can't. I want you to think of yourself as the captain of a ship out on the open sea. Check this out. The ancient philosopher Epictetus put it perfectly with this whole voyage metaphor. You do everything you can to prepare for the journey. You pick the best ship, you hire the best crew, you chart the best course. But as he says, when a monster storm rolls in, you can't command the weather. Okay, so let's break this down, because this is where it gets super useful. In one column, you have your responsibilities, the things you can control. Choosing the ship, setting the course, doing your job with skill. But in the other column, you've got fortune's territory, the sudden storm, the crazy waves. The final outcome, that part just isn't up to you. And that right there, that's the secret sauce. That's where you find real peace of mind. If you know deep down that you did everything within your power, that you fulfilled your duty with integrity and skill, then you don't need to despair, no matter what happens. Your honor is safe. So once you start thinking this way, it completely changes how you look at hardship, right? If the outcome doesn't define your worth, then what's the point of all the tough stuff we go through? I mean, we're all taught to see it that way, aren't we? Hardship is the bad guy, the thing you have to avoid at all costs. But for the Stoics, that's not it at all. To them, adversity isn't an enemy. It's your sparring partner. It's that tough opponent in the gym that pushes you, that tests your limits, that sharpens your spirit, and ultimately makes you so much stronger. It's not a punishment, you see. It's training. And what's the prize for all this training? Well, it's the stuff that actually makes a life worth living. Virtues like courage, perseverance, and resilience. You can't just learn these from a book. They are forged in the fire of real challenges, by facing pain with self-control and getting through loss with dignity. Okay, so understanding the mindset is cool and all, but how do we actually use this stuff? How do we put this philosophy into action in our day-to-day lives? All right, here's another brilliant metaphor the Stoics gave us. Life is a game of dice. You have zero control over the numbers that come up when you roll. That's just luck. That's fortune. But what you always have complete control over is your next move, how you decide to play the hand you were just dealt. So this gives us a really clear 4-step playbook for life. First, acknowledge that luck is a real thing. That's the roll of the dice. Second, shift your focus to your skill, to the part that is 100% yours. Third, play that hand with virtue, with wisdom, with integrity. And finally, you embrace the entire result, good or bad, and make it part of your story. And you know what? When you really start to live this way, something remarkable happens. You discover where true freedom comes from. And spoiler alert, it's probably not where you've been looking. Because here's the bottom line. Real freedom isn't about everything going your way or being able to control your destiny. It's about mastering yourself. It's found in the power you have right here, right now, in this very moment to choose how you respond to whatever is happening. This simple question is the key that unlocks the whole thing. It's a huge mental shift. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim and asking, why is this happening to me? You start seeing yourself as an actor. You start asking, okay, what's the most rational, courageous, and virtuous way I can handle this right now? And that's really the question to leave you with. The big events of your life, the roll of the dice, the storms out at sea. Maybe those things are guided by fortune. But how you navigate those storms, how you play that hand, how you choose to walk your path, that part is always and only up to you.